Hey Yappers! Today we chat all about Untamed, Netflix's latest procedural set in stunning Yosemite. We yap about the confusing plot lines and red herrings, try to nail down exactly what happened in Lucy Cook's life from end to end, and we bust the formaldehyde facial recognition myth. Spoiler alert, we are still not totally sure what happened in this show, so come be confused with us. Our episode starts now. Hello, fellow yappers. I'm Ruchi.
And I'm Shalini, and we're your hosts of Binge Yap Repeat.
We're two best friends who spend an embarrassing amount of time binge watching TV, and honestly, we just need to talk about it. If you're here, we're guessing you do too.
Fair warning, this is a spoiler-friendly zone. We will be discussing lots of spoilers. So, if you haven't watched the show yet, hit pause, go binge, and come back when you're ready to yap with us.
And now, it's yap time. Welcome to another episode of Binge Yap Repeat.
Woo!
Hosts gone wild, or should I say, untamed.
Oh! I was wondering where you were going with that.
I bring it back eventually. Today we'll be talking about Untamed. Untamed is an American drama murder mystery television series for Netflix set in Yosemite National Park starring Eric Bana, Lily Santiago, Rosemary DeWitt, and Sam Neill. It was released on July 17th, 2025. The show starts with a body just falling down El Capitan, which leads to a twisty-turny investigation led by Kyle Turner, a federal agent who investigates the death of Lucy Cook. Shalini, give me your untamed thoughts.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I generally like all of these shows that are like, oh no, someone died. How did they die? Oh, it's a small town with a small community. Let's go around to all the suspects and see who did it, and then finding out a twist. So, I liked it. I would say as much as I always like those types of shows. I do think I like Department Q better than this one. So I guess if I were to make a comparison, yeah, I think that one had like a bit of a better twist, and I don't know, it was like a bit more gripping, but I really liked all the shots of Yosemite. Yosemite, if you will.
Yay,
I kept thinking that the entire time.
Okay, yappers. So the reason why Shalini is saying Yosemite is like way back when my friend Jing is a podcast host on this podcast. Anyway, so Jing and I went to Australia and we were like waiting in line for some ferry, and there were these two Australian women in front of us in line, and they were like, and one of them was like, oh yeah, and then I went to, okay, this is a horrible Australian accent. She was like, oh yeah, I went to Yosemite in California, whatever. God, that's so bad. Anyway,
it's a little British, but
yeah, it is, isn't it? Anyway, she was saying how she visited California and then she went to Yosemite, Yosemite, and then the other lady was like, "What are you talking about? What is Yosemite?" And then she's like, Yosemite, like the big park and Yosemite. And then the other lady was like, "What the hell?" And then finally, she was like, "Oh, Yosemite! You went to Yosemite!" And then Jing and I behind them were just dying of laughter because we were like, "What?" And then the ladies noticed, and the person who kept saying Yosemite was like, "Oh, I didn't know it's Yosemite." And then she saw us laughing, and she was like, "Is it Yosemite or Yosemite?" And we were like, "It's Yosemite." And she was like, "Oh, okay."
So funny.
Anyway, so now it's just Yosemite.
Yosemite, forever known as
Yosemite.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that story. Yeah, I did enjoy all of the shots of Yosemite, and I didn't see where the ending was going at all, but I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing, it's like either I can't decide if it was well done or it was too random. You
Yeah.
know? Or like they were just trying to make it mysterious for the sake of it being mysterious or something. I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was like okay.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how I felt. And I remember when we were talking about Department Q, how I was like, oh, I don't normally like these shows, but I really like Department Q. I did not like this show. So I think when we were talking about Department Q, we were like, or do you really like these types of shows, but you only like something else? And I was like, no, I don't think I like these types of shows. So I didn't like this one. And I think for the same reasons that you didn't like the show.
Mm.
So I agree. I think what I loved were all of the stunning shots of Yosemite or Yosemite. But what I didn't love is that the plot didn't really capture me. It was really confusing. And I think the like, oh my God, twists moments came very soon after you got the clue about them. So, one example was in episode 2, it was revealed that the son wasn't actually alive and he was just an apparition. And then you like basically got the final clue that you needed. And then literally in the next scene, it was like, oh yeah, the son passed away like so many years ago or something in the park. And then you're like, okay, so then why, like, if you were just gonna tell me, why was there so much mystery and lead up behind it? And it felt like that happened so many times, like Caleb not actually being alive, how they hired McGuire to kill Sean Sanderson. It was just like they gave you 90% of the mystery and then in the next scene revealed 100%. And then when they revealed it, you were just like, well, yeah, you had given me all of these clues beforehand. So like the fact that you like are now revealing a few key details is not really that important anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with that. It wasn't like that's why blah blah blah. It's like yeah, we knew that. We just didn't have it spelled out for us, and now you're just spelling it out for us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
I
just
think
like,
Caleb's death thing would have been so much more interesting if it was revealed at the end that he was dead or something.
yeah, I totally agree because then you're like, oh, the reason why Kyle and Vasquez are really vibing is because they both have young sons and not because Kyle's son is actually dead and that's why. I
Well,
have a lot of questions about the plot itself.
oh, I
So,
hope I can answer them.
okay, so what I want to do is basically just put together the timeline of Lucy's life just so I understand. Because I feel like this is the one thing where they put together, oh my God, don't look at me like that. So the thing with Lucy is out of all of the different twists and turns that they gave you 80% and then just like gave you the rest of the details in the next scene, the only thing that was not explained fully was what happened to Lucy end to end, which was like you did that for literally everything else. Why wouldn't you do it for Lucy? Okay. So I'm just gonna go through and put together what I think happened to Lucy.
Okay, and I will confirm if I agree or say, oh,
Okay.
more of the latter, probably. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so starting with Lucy's birth, she is born to her mother in the park.
Oh, no, just kidding.
Okay, so she's born in the park or like to that community in the park, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Then she lives there until she's 7.
Okay, wait, who was that guy whenever she like turned around and was like,
Yeah, that I also had a question like that because we found out that like okay, so we were led to believe that she has some adult in her life who she actually knows and is familiar with. But in the flashback scene, she's like in her room and the window opens and there's like a man who's like this presumably and then she's like so that so that's Captain Park Ranger?
Yeah, Captain Daddy.
Captain Daddy.
Captain Real Daddy.
Yeah.
I guess he was like a presence in her life always. And then
Okay.
right before her mom died, her mom was like, actually, that's your real dad.
Mm, okay.
Let's go with
So
that.
let's go with that. Okay. So assuming that her whole family is in the park, including Rory and half brother, they're all in the park. Mom dies. She lives with Rory. She hates Rory. Rory knows that she's not his kid. She keeps running away from Rory, eventually ends up going missing. Kyle Turner investigates, assumes that Rory killed her. Rory leaves the park because everyone assumes that it's him, then gets beaten up and then dies outside of the park.
Yes.
Got it. In the meantime, though, she actually went to Captain Park Ranger Daddy, and then he said, you should go live in Nevada with this foster family the Gibbs, who I've heard a lot about, and they're good people. And she's like, I don't know about this. And he's like, trust me, babe. And then she lives with them for like years under the name Grace McClary or something. And then is treated badly there, runs away from them, comes back to the park, and then starts, um, what is it,
Living with the
threatening.
commune.
Yeah, living with the commune and threatening and blackmailing Captain Park Ranger Daddy. Got it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then, so the other question is like, okay, she's living in the park. It's not like she has rent or anything. So like what does she need so much money for? Is she just basically trying to teach him a lesson? And like what is it? Like is she using drugs or yeah, I think the motivation behind her blackmailing Captain Park Ranger Daddy was lost on me.
I thought what they showed was that she's gotten in with this like drug hustling group with the gold X tattoo and stuff. And so maybe she like let it slip that her real dad is, or like her dad is the park ranger or something. And then all the people were like, hey, you need to like, he's rich, probably go get money from him. Or maybe she just knew that he had some money and like she wanted money to buy drugs or something. And basically, I feel like anytime they show someone in the world of drugs, they're always trying to hustle the people in their lives for money, you know? And so I think it was maybe just that where like she was like, oh, this is an access point to money. Let me exploit this.
Oh, okay. And then that's where she meets Shane McGuire and like falls in love with him.
Is that Gunman?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This was my question. What did he have to do with anything?
Okay, yeah, that's also I'm like, oh, he went from being an unimportant person to an important person and then an unimportant person again. Okay, so he's important because he was keeping secrets for Kyle Turner and his wife Jill. So he was the one who ended up killing Sean Sanderson, and that's why Kyle felt like they have they have like a weird relationship where it's like they're like pointing like Spider-Man meme, right? They're like, if you shoot, I shoot kind of thing. And then secondly, he is generally kind of like a bad seed, it sounds like. And it also was revealed that he was also part of the whole drug ring and that he was letting people in and out of the park to sell drugs.
Okay. And then they also revealed that he and Lucy were in a relationship.
Kind of, yeah. He is Terces.
Oh,
Secret
right, right, right,
spelled
right, right.
backwards.
Right, 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 right.
That was the
Okay.
other thing. They were like, oh yeah, she called him Terces. And I was like, secret spelled backward? And then the next line was, it's just secret spelled backwards. And I was like,
To be fair, I don't think I would have put it together that that was secret spelled backwards. I don't even know how you thought of that.
just like, I was like, that's like, I think whenever I see like weird words, I'm like, what is it backwards? And then I
The
read it.
Mirror of Erised. Also, fuck J.K. Rowling.
Fuck J.K. Rowling. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was just another thing that was like, oh, a mystery. Oh, let me quash it.
Okay, cool. Glad we sorted that out.
Yes. Okay. And I guess, oh yeah, the other thing that I wrote down is that there's no actual resolution on why Shane was doing the drug stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
get assuming he's just a seedy character, but like nothing about him or his backstory, so who knows?
Yeah. I think just like, oh, look, an easy way to make money. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Weird.
Yep.
The other question that I had is like when there's this big reveal about how Captain Park Ranger is actually Daddy, um, he was like, "Oh, Lucy ended up kidnapping Sadie." I didn't know who Sadie was. I forgot. I don't know if that was mentioned.
Oh, Sadie, I think, is his granddaughter. You know, the one with the black curly hair?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then what was the connection with Kate? Because at the whole beginning of that conversation, he was like, "Oh, when I got the pictures of the family, Kate was removed or something." And he was like, "Oh, Kate, like trouble just sticks to her, like white on rice or something."
Yeah, it was not the pictures, it was the DNA. So they were like DNA testing, and probably using DNA of people that live in the park to like clear their DNA from something or something. But then he didn't submit his daughter's DNA as part of that, which it would have become a match because Kate and Lucy
Lucy.
are half sisters, but he didn't submit it. And then I think he said that because as a response to the fact that her DNA was already in the system because she's been like arrested multiple times for drugs, because it was already previously established that she is an addict and had a relapse recently. So I think he was saying, so it was like Agent Turner being like, bro, I know what's going on because even though you didn't submit Kate's DNA, her DNA already existed. And guess what? It's a match with Lucy. Oh man, her DNA exists in the system because she's a delinquent. Yeah, daddy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense now. I like this. That really crystallized it up here.
I'm
That was,
glad.
yeah, that was good. That was good. The other things that I had issues with, the penultimate episode felt like the end of the season, kind of, where it was like this big chase scene, and then it ends with him being shot. Or sorry, I guess this is more into the first half of this last episode. Then there's like this huge thing where he's like running through the park, like running away from Shane. And then he gets caught by Shane, and then Vasquez comes at the last second, and then there's still 20 minutes left in the episode and no answers. And so it kind of just kept going after that, even though I felt like the big chase scene was the end of it. And then it turned out that it wasn't. Like, because, like you said, Shane was not even a part of her story all that much. He was just some guy.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was just like a massive red herring. I mean, I won't hold it against the show that they had like a really exciting part happen before a calmer part where you get all the answers, because I feel like shows do that a lot. But yeah, I just don't think that entire Shane thing was necessary at all. But I guess it's just a red herring. I don't
But
know.
I think like the massive action part normally happens with the person who actually committed the crime. Right? Like even in Department
Yeah.
Q, it was like a massive action scene where they're like trying super hard to get her out of the hyperbaric chamber and they're like, "Oh my God, are they gonna make it?" But at that point, you already know like who are the perpetrators. Um,
Yeah.
and then they end up like going after the perpetrators and then you get your answers because the person
Yeah.
that they're going after is the one who did it. But in this case, the chase scene was with
Just
Shane.
unrelated. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
like
think yeah.
he
I
didn't
don't
even
even
kill
know.
her.
Okay, question. When the chase scene was happening, did you think he had anything to do with her death?
Um, Yeah, because that was
Yeah.
the point where we had found out that he was in her video.
Okay. So in that case, I think it was fine because it was clearly an intentional red herring. And then they're like, oh, wait, you were just in love with her, but have nothing to do with her death? Interesting. Then what could it be?
Wait,
You
so you
know,
think
like,
it's fine that they did it that way?
I think it's fine that they did it that way. I think, like, I don't know why he got so violent though. Because he thought they were gonna frame him? Question mark?
Why Shane got violent or why
Yeah.
Kyle?
Why Shane got violent with Kyle? Why was he like hunting him down?
I don't know why Kyle was hunting Shane down. I think it was just
Wait, I
like,
thought it was the other way around.
or Kyle went to Shane's camp and then was like looking for something, unclear what, and then found the drugs and then was like, oh, Shane does know something. And then he gets shot by Shane.
Yeah, okay. So I think so Kyle was obviously trying to figure out what happened to Lucy. Then he finds drugs and he's like, "Oh, this is clearly a connection to Lucy. Interesting. I should investigate this further. Oh no, I got shot." And then Shane's like, "Oh no, he's found the drugs. He probably thinks I killed Lucy. I need to kill him before he gets any further down this rabbit hole because I don't want to get framed for this bitch's death."
But why would he do that? Because then, like, Shane would be like, you can't believe anything he says, and here's why. He paid me to kill Sean Sanderson. Like, they have leverage over each other.
That is true. That's a good point. I don't know if he was thinking like that.
Yeah, I guess, like, there was just a lot of, like, questionable character motivation. Like, why
Yeah.
did you do that? Like, I understand that you could, and it was an exciting chase scene, but then it was just like, but you didn't even kill her.
Yeah, I know. It's like, bro, what are you even defending yourself against right now?
Looking awfully suspicious, Shane,
Yeah.
for no
The
reason.
lady doth protest too much.
Yeah, and then speaking of unnecessary deaths, just like Captain Daddy just shooting himself at the end. I
Dude,
was like,
I also could barely even tell that he was the one that shot himself because, like, you barely even see his arm go up as he shoots himself. Like, that's definitely what happened, but I was kind of like, are they gonna show, like, Vasquez somewhere having shot him or something? Because
oh,
he's just like, Kyle, I made a mistake, Kyle. And I was like, whoa,
oh, I
did you
thought it
hear
was
this?
like a this.
Oh, that makes sense. Because I, like, didn't even see the art. I was like, what? It all happened too fast. They should have shown him, like, dramatically, like, Kyle, and then shot himself.
Yeah, I like that better instead of being like, and then Kyle's like, he doesn't even like look around. Yeah. And then I was like, bro, like, I don't even know this guy. Like, I feel like we didn't really have a lot of empathy for him. He barely showed up during the episode
You mean
or during
Park
the
Ranger Daddy?
series. Yeah, Park Ranger Daddy.
Yeah. Okay. I both think this show should have been longer and also shorter. Like if it was longer, they could have established him more as like Turner's mentor and like Turner owes him a lot because they kind of tried to do that where they were like, "Oh, like Turner would be out of a job if it wasn't for Park Ranger Daddy like saving his ass, blah
Mhm.
blah blah." And so I think they were supposed to show that like he was very indebted to him and stuff, and they're basically like family. Like he and his ex-wife are invited to their anniversary party. His godson was Caleb and stuff. And so they're supposed to show that like their lives are very intertwined. But I just don't think we got enough of that during the show to like feel a lot for this man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they could have done away with some characters.
Like
So
Shane.
I think Shane to a point was a little unnecessary. I think also the the native park ranger guy, he didn't really play that much of a role.
I thought, yeah, I thought he was gonna be for some reason, I thought he was the guy that baby Lucy was waving to. Because he was like, oh yeah, I was close with her. Maybe that's what we were supposed to think. Maybe he's also a red herring. Because he's like,
maybe.
oh yeah, I was close with Maggie. Yeah, not that close.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, just like goes up and then gets quashed. It's like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's just like the pacing of this show was,
It was
I,
weird.
it was weird, and there was a lot of just unnecessary things. And we never even got an understanding on what those symbols were either, right?
No, I think, do you think she learned them from Indigenous Park Ranger Man or something, and then drew them both in the house and also in the Nevada house as like a
Probably.
reminder of home kind of thing?
I think so. So strange. But speaking of natives, I did do a little bit of research on the native tribe in Yosemite Valley. So they are called the Miwoks, Miwok. And I couldn't find too much on Elowin, so that in the show it's supposed to be this afterlife for the Miwok or for the native tribe, which is not actually mentioned by name. So anyway, the it's called the afterlife, but I actually couldn't find too much on what Elowin actually was via Googling. There's just a camp Elowin, which
Okay.
yeah, that's all I could find via Googling. So, yappers, if you know, let us know. And another fun fact about the Miwok is that the Star Wars films that feature the forest-dwelling creatures are called Ewoks, which may or may not have been named after the Miwoks. There's no confirmation or denial.
Those are the two options. They either are or they're not.
I think it's like, it's a maybe.
And that's on very useful information that we provide to you, Yapper.
This may or may not be true.
You're welcome.
They call me fake news Ruchi. Or do they?
They call me maybe sometimes truthful, but maybe sometimes not.
One of us tells the truth, one of us lies. Oh, they're both me.
Oh, it feels like north of north again. We're like,
our heart is in the right place, okay?
we tried.
The
We
indigenous
Googled.
stories should be told. We just can't tell them.
We wouldn't be having this problem if indigenous stories were told more.
Exactly. Educate us, please.
We're begging you.
Please tell us.
We're so sorry.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh gosh.
Okay, I had a fun fact. Well, it's not that fun, honestly,
Is
but
it a truth or is it a lie?
it's a truth, but like you probably already guessed that.
Is it that the Miwok? Is it that the Miwok were based on, wait, the other way around?
No. Is that I looked up whether there actually are underground mines in Yosemite, and there are a lot of
There, there may or may not be underground mines at Yosemite. Great.
No, there are. There definitively are. There are remnants of underground mines within the park. While mining is no longer active within the park's current boundaries, historical mining operations left behind shafts, tunnels, and mine structures. I think they were mining gold, which makes sense because A,
California
it's
Gold Rush.
California, and B, the X's in the tattoo had gold in it.
Mm. Okay, oh, this is another question. Why not just sell the gold?
Maybe, well, maybe per ounce, the
Drugs are more
drugs are
expensive?
more lucrative? I don't know. Or maybe there's just more drugs. Like, you can make drugs, but you can't really make gold, you know?
But they're tattooing every single person and they're tattooing the bottles with gold.
Yeah, but that's like that much gold.
Hmm. Okay, fair enough.
But you know what? Good point.
Just pan for
Maybe a
gold.
good point. Maybe not.
The California gold rush of 1749?
Fake news, Ruchi, at it again.
Or is it 1850?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
thought it was
1848.
Oh, I thought it was 1849.
I think 1848 is when it was discovered, and I know this because in fourth grade in California, we learned about we did California history in fourth grade, and our class did a musical called Gold Dust or Bust, and then the first song in that musical goes blah 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 in 1848. And so that's how I know. And then I think it ended in 1865 because I think that's happens at the end of the musical.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was 1849 because of the 49ers.
I think you're right.
Like, actually, me.
Gold is no, I'm right. I'm right. Okay. Gold was discovered January 24th, 1848.
Okay. And then maybe 1849 is like when the gold rush happened.
Maybe.
Something like that. Because word traveled slow back then, so it took a full year to
Yes.
establish the rush.
Oh, wait, no. The California Gold Rush officially began January 24th, 1848. Okay,
So
now I'm
fake
gonna look
news
up
Richie strikes again. Yeah, why is it called the 49ers then?
the gold prospectors who flocked to California in 1849 during the gold rush. They're based on people who were a year late to the gold rush.
That's crazy.
Oh.
That's like calling if there was a sports team called the Moonwalkers or something, and then like nicknaming them the 70s. Like what?
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, well,
Yeah,
anyway.
what? This is crazy. It like every source I go to is that it's just the people who flocked in 1849. That's crazy. It was also discovered in January 1848. So they had an entire year to get
Yeah.
there
They had
to start flocking.
a year to go viral. It took a year to go
Yeah.
viral.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, you know, I don't know if we talked about this yet, but another thing that I found like really out there was how the bracelet, like her bracelet, fell from the top of El Capitan and he found it.
And it didn't like break and fall apart.
Yeah, he like found it in a tree, or I think it did break, but and then he found the beads too. And then it wasn't even important.
Well, I guess it was it a little bit important in that they found who she was because of the bracelet. They discovered she was Lucy because Lucy showed up in those camp photos and they knew what camp photos to look at because he found the bracelet.
What were the camp photos?
Remember, it's like the first assignment. Did we watch this show? I feel like you and I watched completely different parts of this show.
We're like mutually exclusive.
Everyone watching this episode, once again, we already said this during Department Q. Everyone watching this episode is gonna be like, these bitches don't even know anything. Like, I didn't even have questions about this show. What am I doing here? Okay.
I
So
can
I
host
think,
this podcast. Please
honestly,
host. Please tell us. Please host.
we don't want to do anything. Okay. So he finds the bracelet. He sees his ex-wife has rearranged into take a hike or whatever. And then he's like, I know where this bracelet is from. And then his first assignment for Vasquez is looking through all of the camp photos from all of the years that that camp existed to try to find this girl's face.
Wow, did I miss
Yeah.
this episode? Or like what?
That's how she's like, I found a match. Run the facial recognition. Her name's Lucy.
Oh yeah. Okay, and then the bracelet that they found was like on her as a young girl.
I think they just, I don't know if the photo had her with the bracelet, but it was like in the repository of camp photos of the camp that made those bracelets.
I see. Okay. That, thank you for actually watching this show.
Well, I didn't know who Shane was, so I only have paid attention to the show.
I think you got the first half, I got the second half.
Nice.
Nice. Great. Um, okay, what else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, okay, I think just that initial scene of El Capitan, I put this on our Instagram. That made my palms sweat so much.
Oh, anytime anyone was on top of it.
Just that opening scene where there's like climbers going up, I was like, oh my
Oh,
God, just thinking about it now, I'm sweaty.
yeah. Yeah, it was so scary. I can't believe people do that.
Yeah, lead climbing, it's terrifying.
Looks so scary. Also, I'm pretty sure people call it El Cap. Let me confirm that. Like, do people call? Yeah. Yes, many people, especially those familiar with Yosemite National Park and the climbing community, refer to El Capitan as El Cap. So
Oh,
I think everyone,
in the
all the
park.
park rangers would probably be calling it El Cap, but they were always like, El Capitan! Like they had never said the word before. Didn't it feel like that?
It did. El Capitan Park Ranger Daddy.
Yes, exactly. It was always him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, wow. What was I gonna say? Something about El Cap. Oh yeah. Have you ever been to Yosemite? You have, right?
I have.
Nice. I have never actually been to Yosemite before.
I haven't been in a long, long time. Yeah, probably since then. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
25 some years.
I think I do want to go though, because the views did look stunning.
Yeah, actually, this was a question I was going to ask you. Did this show make you more want to go to Yosemite, or did it make you not want to go to Yosemite?
It made me want to go to Yosemite. It felt very similar to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, where, like, the content of the show aside, the views in the background were stunning. Like, Utah, like, Salt Lake City is beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous
Okay.
mountains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not feel that way?
No, I did. I think it made me want to go to the park, but then I was also like, oh, there's such a dark underbelly to this park. Like, damn.
But it's not like they don't,
Real?
yeah, they don't actually have
Well,
drug rings there, right?
I mean, do they? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know.
I was also actually looking up if there were actually people, like encampments, living in Yosemite.
I also looked that up. Okay, what did you find?
I couldn't find anything. Oh, I mean, maybe it was the way that I searched, but a lot of people were like, yeah, of course people live in Yosemite, like all of the park rangers and their families or something like that. And I was like, well, that's not really what I was asking.
Yeah, I kind of had the same thing. I looked up, are there communes in Yosemite? And then the results were like, while there aren't traditional communes, there are a lot of community-like towns in Yosemite where people live, and like a lot of residences that have a very community feel. I was like, I feel like that's different.
That's
Because it said that there
different.
were shops and restaurants.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. So I don't think there are like these random communes in the park.
Yeah.
At least there's no evidence of that.
I want to see if like people named Glory like actually exist and live in the park.
Yes. Yes. Same.
Yappers, let us know.
If you're one of them, let us know. Oh, you know that shot of a deer getting shot? Do you remember that?
I think so.
It was like such a CGI deer. Did you
Oh,
notice that?
yes, I did. But
I was
I
like,
was,
oh, it's low budget. Got it.
I actually was like, wow, CGI has come a long way. Same deer, two different responses.
Oh, that's funny. Um, oh, another note I had. So after Gael's dad comes to take him from Miss Jill, aka Turner's ex-wife, and like she defends against him, and he basically like strangles her and breaks a window against her head, blah blah blah. And then afterwards everyone's just like, yeah, you did the right thing. But no one's like, I'm so sorry that this happened to you and we didn't warn you that this would happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, like even Vasquez is just like, thanks, thank you, and like walks away. She's not like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
like, what was the point of him? Another character that honestly could have just gone away.
I don't know. I think I was more okay with that because it gave Vasquez a good backstory.
About, like,
Um,
this is the reason I left.
yeah, yeah. And like, this is why I'm new to town. Yeah. So I was okay with that. Um, but yeah, I was like, no one apologized to Miss Jill. Poor Miss Jill.
Must Jill be
Um,
out here killing people, though, or paying people to get killed.
true, true. Okay, question. Do you think what she did was fair?
To who?
To Sean Sanderson. Like, do you think that's an appropriate response to someone who presumably sexually assaulted your 6-year-old boy and killed him?
I can see where she's coming from, but at the same time, I don't know why she felt that way, that like she had to take matters into her own hands, because she very obviously had video footage of Sean Sanderson doing this to her son. So I feel like Sean
Yeah.
Sanderson would have gone to prison.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she was just kind of like, I couldn't stand the thought of sitting there watching him in a trial try to defend himself or something.
Yeah, and I'm like,
So,
you got video evidence, so
yeah, like the trial's not going to go anywhere, so you're fine.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah, I wasn't really like super convinced why she was like I guess like I understand why she felt so much rage, and she probably like saw the full video about what he actually did to him,
Hmm.
but I can't imagine that she would want to pay someone to like kill him, I guess. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just felt like she just seems like a sweet lady, and maybe if there were more aggressive tendencies that we never really saw, then it would kind of make more sense, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think I forgot that, or like, yeah, I didn't think about the fact that if they did go to trial, it would definitely come out in her favor. So why did she feel the need to take matters into her own hands? So, yeah, I think if I was her, I'd probably just let it go to trial. I don't know. Honestly, I can't predict how I would feel in that situation,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't even know if paying someone to kill him for me would even be cathartic like I want it to be.
Exactly. I think if I felt so much rage that I couldn't wait for the criminal justice system to take place, then I would just go with a shotgun and kill him myself. If
Yeah.
I felt so, like, so much rage.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my last point is that formaldehyde heat camera thing was such bullshit. Was such bullshit. I don't think formaldehyde heats up a body. Doesn't it? Isn't it
Should we
supposed to
fact check
preserve?
this?
Yes. Does
I also had that
formal
question too.
No, exposure to formaldehyde doesn't directly cause a rise in body temperature. It primarily affects the body by irritating mucous membranes and disrupting cellular function. So only in alive bodies will it induce any sort of reaction. Okay, that's A. B, facial recognition cameras do not need heat to work. They have an IR light that sends IR infrared dots to your face, creates a 3D image of your face, and then an IR camera to look at that 3D image. So it has nothing to do with the resting temperature of your face.
Thank you for that explanation, because I also was like, why didn't it just work the first time? Like, it sounds like having. Okay, also, then using what you just said about the face biometrics, then does it still make sense that he put drops in the eyes to make it work? To like make the eyes glassy.
I don't know. I guess I don't really know like what dead eyeballs are like, so maybe it needed the drops to make it like the same topography as like an alive eyeball. But I think it's just about the topography and nothing about the like characteristics. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Would biometric face sensor work on dead body? Yes, a biometric face sensor could unlock a phone using a deceased person's face.
Okay. There you have it.
So it,
Why was that necessary? It was so fake and so unnecessary.
and
Like they could have
wrong.
cut yeah, so wrong. They could have cut 10 minutes of the show right there.
Yeah, that's funny. Big formaldehyde doesn't want you to know.
That formaldehyde does not cause a rise in dead body temperature.
Let me see. Okay, so I think there are some things around like a dead hand could maybe not surpass Touch ID.
Mm. And
But
yet we see that on TV shows all the time, I feel like.
true. But that's because Apple developed biometric uses. Wait, oh, the Apple developed biometric uses radio frequency waves to check the skin underneath a finger's outer layer, a trick that supposedly prevents a dead one from being used. It also relies on a capacitive sensor, which is activated by electrical charge in living skin.
Oh, that's true. I did know that.
Okay, so you can't do it for the Touch ID, but you probably could do it for a face unlock.
So TV shows are wrong and wrong.
Dang, you heard it here, Yappers. You know, Yappers, we may not know anything about indigenous folks, but we know science. But not Star Wars.
Hyperbaric chambers.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I learned a lot from that. Great. Okay. And then I guess
Okay.
like one last thing about Jill is so she is Rosemary DeWitt and she is in United States of Tara and Mad
Yes.
Men.
Oh yeah, I recognize her from United States of Tara. I loved that show.
United States of Tara like really freaked me out, to be honest. Because I forget the actress's name, but she's a really good
Uh
horror actress.
yeah, Tony Collette.
Yeah, she's a very good horror actress.
She's so good.
She was also in
The Staircase.
she was also in
She's been in a lot of stuff. She was in The Staircase. She was in The Way Way Back. Oh, she has a Golden Globe. She was in Hereditary. She's in The Sixth
Hereditary.
Sense. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hereditary. That was the one that also really stuck in my head.
Oh, and she's in About a Boy and Little Miss Sunshine. She's in everything.
Okay.
Okay, other actors. Captain Park Ranger Daddy was, I think, like the main character in Jurassic Park.
Huh?
Or he was someone big in Jurassic Park.
The
I was
T-Rex.
gonna Google Captain Park Ranger Daddy.
Untamed Park Ranger Captain. What is his actual name? Sam Neill.
Sam Neill.
Yeah, he's the main guy.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Cool.
Alan Grant.
The doctor.
Sorry, Dr. Alan Grant.
Yeah, put some respect on his name.
We should also then give him respect because his name is actually Sir Nigel John Dermot Sam Neill.
He's knighted?
He's knighted, yeah.
Oh, he's also in Apples Never Fall. Did you watch that?
Oh, no, is that something Moriarty?
Yeah, Leanne
Moriarty.
Moriarty.
Leanne Moriarty. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. They just made a show about it last year.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he was the dad in that. Oh, I totally forgot.
Oh, nice. I think that
Yeah.
was I didn't watch the show, but I read the book.
Oh, the book was so good.
Doesn't help us for this particular case.
But fun fact. Oh,
Great.
and then Eric Bana, who plays Agent Turner, the main character, was the original Hulk.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Andrew recognized Eric Bana and was like, that guy. And I was like, I've never, like, I don't know. And then he was like, oh, it's Eric Bana. And I'm like, could
Huh?
be anyone.
Homest?
Yeah.
He was also in Troy. I don't know if he's the main character. He is the main lead in The Time Traveler's Wife. He's apparently in The Other Bowling Girl.
Great. Hope you
Yeah.
succeeded.
He's in Finding Nemo? Who is he in Finding Nemo? Oh my
What?
god, do you want to guess who he was in Finding Nemo?
Okay. Crush.
Okay, wait. Sorry. I need to find who he was actually.
So not Crush, the
No, he's
turtle.
not Crush. No, he's not Crush.
Is he Scar, the guy, the fish tank guy? No, wait, no. That's someone
No,
else famous.
Gil.
Gil.
No, he is
Dang, who could
not.
he
Okay,
be? Is he
hint.
I can't
He
feel
is
my
not
legs.
American.
The seagull?
No, but getting closer.
The dentist?
Accent wise. Getting closer accent wise. No.
Who is possibly left?
He's Bruce's friend, the hammerhead shark, named Anchor.
Oh my god.
He might be the one that's like, oh, look at me, I'm flippy, I'm a flippy little dolphin. That might have been him. Or that might have been the other shark, I'm not sure.
Amazing impression. That really took me back.
Oh, this episode is so useless.
So stupid. So stupid. So anyway, shall we meet ratings?
I I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. Yeah. I think it was still net enjoyable. I don't think it was an entire waste of time, but it was like the story wasn't that good, the twist wasn't that good. The shots were visually stunning. That's about it. Yeah. How
I
about you?
think I'll give it a 3. I
Damn.
thought it was a waste of time.
Okay, fair.
I think okay, to be fair, I think maybe I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4 because I think I was just really tired this weekend, and then when I watched the last episode yesterday, I was like, I spent so much of my time for that. I was
Yeah.
actually angry. And so that's why I don't like it. And I will say I will give it a 4 because the shots of Yosemite were stunning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
All
even know
right.
what would be a 1 or a 2. DNF, I guess.
Binge in progress?
Yeah.
What you binging?
I started the Hunting Wives
I
today.
just started that one too.
I can't wait
You
to
know what?
talk about.
There's also a Miss Jill in that one.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I cannot wait to talk about
Same.
that series.
Yep. I just finished We Were Liars last night. Oh my God, I wish we did that show for this podcast. It was so good. I think you should watch it.
Okay.
It was so good. Yeah. I won't give spoilers, but I did not see the twist coming at all.
What is the premise of the show?
The premise is that so it's set on this private island off the coast of Martha's Vineyard, and on this private island there are 4 houses all owned by the same family, and there's like a patriarch grandpa. He has 3 daughters, and then they each have 1 child. And so those cousins, it's about those cousins, and one of the girls, so like they always spend their summers on this island, and then when they're 16, she only remembers half a summer and then wakes up at the end of a summer from a coma and like doesn't remember what happened. And no one will tell her. And so the next summer she goes back to that island and is like asking everyone to help her piece together what happened. And like no one really wants to tell her what happened.
Whoa.
Yes. It's so good.
Okay, maybe I'll
Apparently
watch
the
it.
book was really bad, Jing Chen told me, but the show I thought was very good.
Okay. I'm kind of burnt from watching too many terrible shows. that I didn't really like. So I might try and watch this one.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Okay.
At
Okay.
first, okay, I will say at first, for the first few episodes, I was like, oh, this is like so infuriating. Like, is the show just bad? Blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, no, there's an explanation for everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
High praise. Great.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening to us, yappers.
And sorry.
And also, we deeply apologize.
Thanks for yapping with us. If you loved this episode, have some hot takes we missed, or if you've got a show you're dying for us to binge next, follow us on socials. We're at Binge Yap Repeat.
Until next time, happy binging!